Record too. Happy August. I can't believe we're already at August 8th. Somehow, first week of August has just flown by, and here we are. We are so thrilled to welcome you. Actually, Judy, I'm just going to ask, are you able, if you can share the link both in the Look and Learn group and again in like Peak and Dream Builders, just so that everyone's got it up at the top of the group there. We are so excited to have you, to welcome you. If you are watching the replay, feel free to comment and say that you're watching the replay. If you're watching it live in the Pamper Chef group or the recording somewhere, feel free to shout it out that you're watching. If you are watching live with us, Judy's going to be checking in and seeing who's watching live. And I am just so excited for tonight. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ashley Berkelmans, and I am one of the leaders here in our Peak Explorers organization. We are so thrilled. Some of us are our Dream Build. I lead a group of people called the Dream Builders. We are part of the Peak Explorers organization, and we meet every single Monday. So it's a fun time when we invite all of you into that. So we meet on Monday nights and we do training and all the fun things as a team. We get to connect as a team. And once a month, we invite you into that and we share our stories with you and answer any questions that you might have. So if you have been considering starting your own Pamper Chef journey, or you've been following along and getting a little bit curious, we would love to answer. You can feel free to hop on with us on Zoom tonight, or just put your questions in the chat and somebody will answer them when we see them. So tonight we have two special guests with us who are going to be sharing their stories. So I actually just got back literally a few minutes ago from picking up my mom at the airport. So this is Joanne. She is my mom, and she has been in direct sales for almost 30 years now. So she has tons of experience, which is incredible. She's worked with actually 3 different direct, like Demi M. Yeah, that would have been direct sales too. We forget about that one. She used to sell clothes, and I would try them on in the basement. So you're gonna hear more about Joanne's story and just kind of her journey with direct sales. And we also have Allie. So Miss Allison Crew is also here with us. And Allie's here in town in Kenora with me. I said, Allie, if you want to come over too, we just have a party over here. But she's got little ones that are around the corner playing some games, I think. Yeah. So Allie actually just joined us in July. So she is a brand new consultant, and she'll tell you a little bit more about her story. And so we're going to hear from both of these ladies tonight. And we also are going to share with you some really exciting news. So stay tuned for that. So we're going to get things kicked off with Allie. And so I told Allie I had a couple questions for her. We'll kind of do it interview style tonight. And so without any further ado, I introduce you to Mrs. Allison Crew. And so Allie, like I said, joined us in July, and you're going to get to learn a little bit more about her. So Allie, do you want to maybe just introduce yourself, just a little bit about who you are? And
yeah. I heard a good podcast the other day, and they said, how would you introduce yourself? I was like, oh, I like that. So I'm a mom of 3, and I live in Kenora, Ontario, and I'm a nurse practitioner, and I love to cook. That's what so I think those are all my hats.
I love it. And you just went back to your nurse practice, or I just started really graduating, because you graduated and then had a baby.
Yeah.
Almost immediately.
So then I got a good little chunk of time off, and I just went back 2 months ago.
Yeah. So you're learning in lots of different areas. It's amazing. Wonderful. So Allie, why don't you share a little bit with us about how you started your Pampered Chef journey?
Yeah. So I didn't think that I would become a consultant again until I hosted and had the party. And just through the host coaching and connecting with people that I hadn't connected with and that I wouldn't otherwise invite into my home, I thought, oh, I love this. I love the opportunity to connect with people. I love the energy that I brought into our house. And I thought I would like to do this again. Like, I would like to do more of this. This just fed my soul. And so I loved cooking together. And for me, it was also something outside of being a mom and being a nurse, because I've been so inundated in nursing education that I like to learn. And so getting back into cooking, and I'm very inspired by Pampered Chef and using the new tools. It inspires my cooking, and I needed to be inspired to cook again. And so for me, those were the big reasons why.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. Well, and I think you hinted at this a little bit. You said again. So I don't know if you want to share a little bit about you actually were a Pampered Chef consultant before. Do you want to share just briefly about that? Because there definitely are going to be people here watching that have been consultants in the past and are not currently. So I'd love for you to share a little bit about that.
So 4 years ago, we were living in Thunder Bay, and I was a stay-at-home mom at the time. And I just learned about the opportunity. I thought, I'm staying at home. I would love to do that. But at the time, this was 4 years ago, and I was too afraid to put myself out there. And so that was a big reason that I just couldn't kind of take the next step. I was too fearful of just like posting and putting something out there. And so but you'll see question number 2.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. I love it. Well, and it was really cool for me because that was the first time I met Allie. She joined through one of my team members that I was friends with. And so that was how we first met over Zoom 4 years ago. And now here we are living in the same town all these years later. And I just think it's so cool how God brought us back into one another's lives. So before the Pampered Chef connection just brought us back together in this way. So it's so cool. So yeah. So what would you say? So what, either before signing up or even now as a brand new consultant, because I think a lot of our new consultants can definitely relate to this new experience as well. But what would you say, any fears or obstacles holding you back, either, back then 4 years ago, you spoke about that a little bit, but even right now, before you signed up, or even now as a new consultant?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I'm glad that you asked that, because I think as a new consultant, you need to ask yourself that question, is why am I not doing the things I know I need to do to make this business successful? Because it is magical, but it's not magic. You still have to work it. So putting myself out there. So this is kind of what's holding me back. Well, this was my initial fear, was putting myself out there and then failing. And I just had to, I love that quote. It's like, well, what if I fall? But what if you fly? And that kind of helped me that, well, you know what, you put yourself out there and you try and you see what you can make of it. Now more so, I've found that one of the obstacles is figuring out how to do social media. I'm not very technical, and I'm going to team up with my sister because she is a lot more social media savvy, and I'm just not out there at all. I find I consume, and this is another part, I consume the social media, but I don't know how to put the things that I want to put out there.
Right. Well, and I love that you touched on this, and maybe you can incorporate this in the next question, because you mentioned your sister, so you can maybe share that in your first couple weeks of becoming a consultant. You welcomed your sister as your first team member. So that's a really cool and exciting thing. So would you say, you can speak for yourself in this, you can involve like Liz and your vision together as sisters, but what would you say are some of your personal goals or plans for your business moving forward?
So just so my personal goals are definitely getting active and doing another party, because I found that there is a lot more, just even a host party, a shared rewards party, to put it out there again. And just get comfortable talking about it, but to support her and just to kind of, you know, if she does one thing, it'll motivate me to do another thing and to get inspired. It's, we can, you know, my sister and I, we talked about it, and we can really bounce energy off each other. And so we have another party planned, and then how to make parties that we do together mutually like beneficial for me and for her, because I'll just show up and have fun, but I actually want to learn how to do the business side of it, and that takes time.
Totally, for sure. And I think I really love what you shared there, because I think the whole idea, I mean, of signing up with your sister, like, I'm sure there are many people that are like, I could never do that. Like, we know too many of the same people, or, you know, all of those different types of things. But I love what you said about the power of like bouncing ideas off of one another and getting creative and thinking outside the box and balancing another with your strengths. I think that that's so powerful. And even with my mom and I, like, I know somebody just messaged me the other day, I think probably either not realizing my mom was a consultant or whatever, because we had connected years ago through my mom, this lady. And, you know, she's asked me about items. I'm like, yeah, actually, like, I don't know if you know this, but mom's a consultant. So send her way, because that was her contact, right? And, you know, that mentality that there's enough business around to share, right? And
absolutely,
that is such like a growth mindset rather than the fixed mindset of like, oh, like, I mean, even just Ali and I, like, we live in the same town and it's not a huge town. Like, there's no room for that. Of course there is. Like, our business is Canada wide, right? So I think I love that idea of like collaborating and sharing ideas and bouncing ideas off of one another. So I'm so excited for you, Ali. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us tonight. And I know we're going to hear more from you. Is there anything else you want to share, even just as encouragement for maybe somebody who's watching this, who's on the fence, or, you know, maybe even a brand new consultant like yourself who's just started? Is there anything that you want to kind of share?
I'll share what Liz said to me, because Elizabeth, my sister, has been in direct sales for, I want to say 4 years now, with a different company. But she said, you know what? The market, everybody cooks, and everybody wants to cook better and more efficiently. And so she said, the market is everybody. And you know, and I also think about my husband, who loves these products, and he's actually the one who introduced me 4 years ago and encouraged me to learn about Pampered Chef. So she's very excited. She is very excited, and she's working it with her little guy. So, you know, I love it. Yeah, that's all.
Like seeing you guys and but you putting that picture out there. I saw her update her profile, the picture of the two of you and your aprons, and it's exciting, right? It's exciting to start something new. I know we always say this as leaders, we're like, you know, it's like joining the gym with your best friend. Like, you know, you're excited, you've got a goal, and you're gonna like do it together. And you're literally living proof of this, that you guys are, you know, signed up together hand in hand. You know, she was at your party at the end of June and decided to host, and then that turned into her becoming your first consultant. So exciting. Thank you again so much, Ali. And I look forward to all that you're going to continue to share with our community here. And thank you for sharing tonight. So what I'm going to do right now, we're going to share, because it looks like Nana's needed here. But I'm going to share a little bit more of our exciting news for those of you who either have just joined as of August 1st or who are considering joining right now. So I'm going to show you our brand new consultant kits. We just launched on August 1st. 4 brand new consultant kit options. And then I'm also going to briefly share with you just a little bit more about the rewards that you can earn as a brand new consultant. So Ali and Liz, they joined in July. Their rewards look slightly different, not very different, but slightly different. There was different promotions going on in July. But when you sign up in August, what I'm going to show you right now is what you are earning. So the very first part is people always ask us, okay, so how do I get started? Well, whoever welcomed you here, whoever your consultant is, that the reason you're seeing this video, you're going to connect with them and they're going to send you their Be a Consultant link. And basically click on that. And what's going to come up is something that looks like this. And you are going to see 4 different bundle options. So the startup kit is basically your apron. You've got catalogs in there. You've got product information, all of the training that you need. We have an incredible training system. Our brand new fall winter season's best to get you inspired in the kitchen and cooking amazing recipes and practicing with your tools. And then this awesome scraper that everybody needs in their kitchen. And then beyond that, you get to pick your product bundle. So you now have 4 options to choose from. The first option is the stoneware launch bundle, which is the bundle that everybody knows Pampered Chef by is our stoneware. So you have that large bar pan. And then there's also, you'll see at the back here, I don't know if I can zoom in. Can you guys see that zoomed in? Did that zoom it in for you on your screen? So you've got the adjustable measuring spoons, the coated chef's knife, the flexible cutting mat, the seasoning. I forget which one it is, if it's the Southwestern, I think, but the garlic press obviously has to be in there. And then our enrichable super veggie. So that package is in all 4 of the kits. You'll see it back there. And then you choose which tools you're going to add to your bundle. So the stoneware launch bundle, again, a $340+ value for only $70. The cast iron launch bundle, $570 value for only $130. So like if you're thinking about this cast iron or the rapid prep mandolin, like the rapid prep mandolin on its own is $95. So for an extra $35, you're getting all of this other stuff. And then of course the air fryer lunch bundle, which is a no-brainer. You're getting the air fryer, which is $310, plus all this other stuff for $250. And then the grill launch bundle, again, the grill is $404. You're getting the grill, the waffle plates, and all of this other stuff for $320. So really, like the value, it's just a no-brainer. You grab these items that, as Ali mentioned, you're going to be using in your kitchen all the time, and then you get to decide what you want to do with the business. We, as an organization, are here to support you. We have systems set up to help you have success in those first 30, 60, 90 days of your business and beyond. But you're in the driver's seat and you get to choose what you want that to look like. So those are our kit options. And then finally, I'm just going to share with you your rewards, because like you buy that kit, no shipping, no tax, just that value. But then you actually have the opportunity to earn more products and cash bonuses in your first 30 and 90 days of your business. So the really exciting thing for August and September, this is like exclusive content because the fall launch hasn't even happened yet. We launch on September 1st, but this brand new Brilliance cookware, these 2 pieces are the 2 pieces that you are earning as new consultants. So you are getting these $390 value of cookware in your kitchen for free with your first 1,500 in sales, which, as many of us know, that's anywhere from like 1 to 3 parties, 1 to 3 hosts that you're partnering with, or your own, as Ali mentioned, host rewards or shared rewards launch. And then you're earning these pans for free. And like, I can't even describe to you how excited we were when they were launching this line at conference. They're just incredible. But this is not all about the cookware tonight. There are a couple other things you can earn. Just for sake of time, I'm going to fly through it. But I don't know if you can see this well, but I'll just zoom out here a little bit. So in your first 30 and 90 days, so the 30 days is that cookware, like you saw here, and the brownie bite pan and cake tester and releaser. Those are the 2 different levels for your first 30 days. And then your first 90 days, you have 90 days to earn the 10-inch stainless steel nonstick skillet. And you have 90 days to earn the knife set for free. And then when you welcome new consultants, you're earning $100 cash and the steak knife set when you help them reach their first 1,500 in sales, which is just crazy. And then you'll see Caitlin here on the call. She is one of our fast track directors in our team. She earned a $500 cash bonus for promoting to director in her first 90 days. And her recruiter, Elena, also earned that $500 cash bonus. And then even beyond that, we have one of our team members, Brittany Stewart, who promoted to a fast track advanced director. And she and I both got $1,000 cash bonus when she promoted. So crazy, crazy products and cash on the table. If you're a carrot chaser, like some of us are, and you like to go after those freebies. So we're going to end off tonight. I said we have 5 minutes. So let's stick to it. And we are going to share, or Mom's going to share a little bit more about her journey in direct sales. As I mentioned, she started with her first company almost, well, when Mike was born, so 28 years ago. So why did you get started in direct sales?
My career at that time, I was a full-time registered nurse, and I just had my second child. So I had a toddler, Ashley, and I had a little baby boy. And I found out while I was on my maternity leave that I was no longer going to be able to work my full-time position on my postnatal mother-baby unit. Because in that time we had bumping. Anyways, I was bumping my position, but I hadn't lost my job. So I also wanted to add something to, I made the decision to go part-time at that part in my career rather than staying full-time, because I couldn't work on mother baby if I was full-time. And that was my goal, was to stay on the mother baby unit. So I went casual and picked up a direct sales business. And so the reason was to complement my income. I was in a change of life where I had a little family, young family. I didn't even really want to go back to nursing full time in my heart of hearts. And so this was an opportunity to stay at home, raise my kids, work around my husband's schedule, work around my kids' time. And when you've got a direct sales business, you can work it in your time that you choose. It's important that you do choose time to work it, because like I think Allison already said, you did that quote about it's magical, but it's not magic. So you do have to put in the time to meet with guests and host parties and all of that. So that's basically, it was an opportunity to supplement my income and raise my family.
I think one of the other quotes I've heard, and I've probably said it too, is that it's flexible, but it's not optional. If you want to make money, if you want to have a business, right? It's flexible, but not optional in that way that if you're wanting to build this as a business, the time has to be invested. But the amazing thing is that it's on your terms, right? And when it works for your family. So what has it provided you over the years? So, you know, both Pampered Chef and your other businesses that you've worked with.
It's provide community. That is an obvious one, because you build a community with your fellow consultants and your director and the people that are above her, and learning so much from people. The education is amazing. I agree with Allison. There's that ongoing education. And I think that's just my nature, that continued learning just kind of keeps you sharp and on your toes. When Ashley introduced the business to me originally, it was a few years back, and I was just at a place where I was retiring from my nursing. So, and I was concerned about mixing it with my other direct sales business, which I still have. So we talked a lot, and we realized that it would be a nice complement to what I was already doing. And when you fall in love with a product, and you just want to share it with people. And that's what this is all about, is sharing the product with people, sharing the business opportunity with people, just giving away what you found out is really awesome, and not hoarding it for yourself. And it was the same with our other direct sales company too. So I would say the education, the growth, personal growth, income, obviously, and flexibility around my family, for sure.
Amazing. So then finishing off, as we finish off our call, I'm going to finish with one final announcement. But as you're giving advice to someone who is sitting there, kind of as Atlee did as well, just considering starting their own direct sales company or business, or I mean, hopefully with us, with Pampered Chef. But if there is something else that they're considering, of course, or somebody who's just started, what would you say, like giving them some advice as they're considering this?
I would say basically, and this might sound cliche, but you've got everything to gain and nothing to lose. You're going to have fantastic, gorgeous kitchen products in your home, and the prices are crazy this month because what you're getting, the value you're getting for such little money is unbelievable. And that's your bottom line, is you're getting great kitchen tools. The whole world that can open up for you is just, you can't even really you can't put a cap on it. There is no ceiling unless you put a ceiling on it and say, this is as much as you can do. Yeah. So
I think we did it.
It's very hard for two of us to.
We want to end tonight just by inviting you in. We would love to answer any questions that you have. Judy, I don't know if you can see if there's any questions that have come in on the live chat. But if anything comes up as you're watching the replay or considering this opportunity, we're only at August 8th. And we are putting out a challenge or an invitation to you that if you decide you would like to join our community, you are going to be entered into a kit rebate draw. So what we are doing as a director team is we have decided that we are going to rebate one of our new consultants in August. So if there's anyone that has joined before this date, they will also be included in that, like from August 1st on. I don't think there has been, but I could be wrong because I didn't check reports today. But if you decide to join by August 31st at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, you will be entered into that kit rebate draw. And then once you earn that Brilliance cookware, or once you reach your 1,500 in your first 90 days of business, you will receive your $70 kit rebate. And so if you choose any of the other bundles, like any of the larger bundles, you'll receive the $70 rebate. But if you choose the stoneware bundle, you'll have your entire kit rebated. So we are so excited. I know our goal, I don't know our Peak Explorers goal for the month. I know our Dream Builders goal is 20 new team members, but I know Peak is beyond that. So we want to welcome at least 30 new team members this month. So if that is you, we are just inviting you in, and we are here to support you all along the way. So that is that for tonight. I'm going to read out loud what Nicole shared. It's something that I share every week, or I try to, but I love that she said it. She said, you belong here. And so if you are just feeling that pull, you're feeling that tug that you want to be a part of a supportive community and start your own Pampered Chef business, we are here to support you all along the way. So have a wonderful night. Thank you so much, Judy and Caitlin and Nicole and Atlee and Joanne, for joining us tonight. We are just so thrilled. So Judy, so it's going to be a $70 kit rebate. So basically if they purchase any of the larger kits, then it will be $70 towards that kit. Okay. Yes. Thank you for
clarifying that.
One day, maybe we'll do the girl bundle. I love it. All right. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. For those of you who are a part of our community, we'll see you next week. We have a guest speaker, Courtney Marchison, who's talking all about coaching our hosts on table. You are not going to want to miss it. She is a table whiz who has been involved in table for, I think, ever since the pilot started. And if you're not in our community yet and want to hear our amazing guest speaker, come on and join us. You've got all week to decide. All right, everyone, have a wonderful night, a great week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.